Hello, friends and enemies. Lily Hensby here. Get your popcorn, get your choc top, get your slushy. We're going to the fucking movies. On today's episode, we are watching Jennifer's Body.
I am a god. Okay.
Jennifer's Body, 2009. And guess what year I saw this in? Yeah, 2009. I'm an original fan. I'm an OG. Megan Fox, stop it. So this podcast is about me watching a movie and then talking about that movie the entire time. Spoilers alert if you've never seen the film. Trigger warning because this movie is scary and it also deals with mental health stuff, horrific murder stuff. It's very dark, so just a little warning. So, Megan Fox stars in this horror comedy about a sexy high school cheerleader who develops an insatiable appetite for her male classmates after she's possessed by a hungry demon. The marketing for this really tried to sell it to horny teen boys in 2009. And so when those horny teen boys went to see this film, they were like, that was fucking shit. She didn't even get her tits out. Because the actual writer wrote it for teenage girls. It's a feminist power piece. On this podcast, we are Megan Fox fans. We are big dog lovers. We do not boycott the fox. I can't even talk about her. She is responsible for one part of my sexual awakening. Hello. Also, trivia for her, she's a Taurus sun with a Leo moon. And I have a Leo moon. And so we'd be good friends. So let's begin. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, 20th Century Fox, bing bang boom. Yeah, we know you love it. Okay, we open, there's a tire swing, a house. Okay, this was in the era of like Twilight vibes. So every sort of movie had a blue undertone, blue tone to it. We see someone picking at their arm and eating their own hair. And we're like, oh, that's Megan Fox. Like, look at those luscious lips. We see Jennifer lying in her bed and she's got the yearbook and she's circling different boys in the yearbook while she's watching some aerobics. That looks like Brendan Fraser. It's not. Holy shit. Okay, first jump scare is Amanda Seyfried's character, Needy, in the window. Hell is a teenage girl. That's the opening line. That's pretty sick. I don't know if any of you were teenage girls out there, but it fucking sucked. Kudos to us for getting through it, eh? Teenagehood? Fuck. You couldn't pay me. Oh, you could probably pay me. Give me like 10 mil and I'll go back to teenagehood. Now, we see like classic movie type of like insane asylum, you know, that sort of trope. Needy, I'm going to say Seyfried. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Seyfried? Amanda? Karen from Mean Girls. She's sort of talking about her experience about, you know, she's so brave because she fought a demon. And now we're zooming in on this beautiful picture of Johnny Simmons. I love Johnny Simmons. Oh, let me do the actors' astrology. Well, as I said, yeah, Megan Fox, Taurus Sun, Leo Moon. Amanda Seyfried is a Sagittarius. It's rare to find a celebrity's rising sign because, like, not a lot of them publicly tell us what time they were born. What? Amanda Seyfried has a Leo moon as well. Oh my god, the three of us would fucking have such a great time. She's double fire. That's crazy. And let's do Johnny Simmons because he's a babe. Johnny Simmons, I love you so much. Oh my goodness, Johnny Simmons is a Sagittarius sun and a Libra moon. Cute. Aw, little soft man. And who else is in this? Adam Brody. Sun in Aquarius and moon in Scorpio. Ugh, Jesus. Yikes. Nah, he'd be cool. Okay, back to the movie. So Needy's just kicked an orderly. The orderly was like, I recommend you do this. And so she kicked her and was like, I recommend you shut the fuck up. How sick's that? That is power. That's Sagittarius and Leo moon right there. All right, now the orderlies are throwing Needy into basically like a fucking cell. No bed, no toot, no water, just like cold concrete box. There's an iconic song in this called Through the Trees. And it's now, there's like a Muzak version of it playing through the speakers in this fucking hellhole that Needy's in. We're in Devil's Kettle. And in Devil's Kettle, there's this waterfall with this little whirlpool, whirlpool thing, and they don't know where anything leads. And scientists have put like orange balls down there and you throw your shit down there, probably dead bodies, if you don't want it to return. There's Johnny Simmons on the drums and the cheerleaders waving flags. And here comes Jennifer. Oh my gosh. Needy's watching Jennifer in the bleachers and like waving at each other. They're best friends. And then this chick from behind is like, you guys are totally lesbi gay. Lesbi gay? Just say, got the hots. Now, Jennifer's like, what are you doing tonight, bitch? And Needy's like, nothing, because my nickname is Needy and I'm a nerd. And Jennifer's like, well, we're going to go see this band. They're called Low Shoulder and they're totally yummy. And Needy's like, nah. But then Jennifer's like, boo, cross out Needy. And then air signs cross. She does a little cross in the air. That's important later. Oh my gosh. This wasn't a good movie to review because I'm thirsty for Megan Fox. So Needy, we've got this nice montage of Needy trying on clothes in the mirror. Love it. Oh yeah, and so you've got to dress a particular way to hang out with Jennifer because Jennifer's like, if you show too much cleavage, then Jennifer's going to be upset. Just, you know, your typical narcissist friend. So now Chip, which is Johnny Simmons' character and is Needy's boyfriend, he's like, I don't really feel comfortable with you dressing so sexily, even though Needy has full-length jeans on, a long-sleeve top, and has just put a singlet over the top. I can't see shit. This is probably why the teenage boys were sad. Like, I just want to see your leg. Wanking off in the cinema. Oh, God. Now, Chip is like, you just always do what Jennifer tells you to do. And Needy's like, no, I don't. We're best friends. We have stuff in common. And she's showing him her BFF necklace that her and Jennifer share. Important. So now Jennifer's at the door. Needy's coming down the stairs. And Jen looks gorgeous. She's got this like white puffer jacket, a denim skirt, and a cheetah print singlet. Gorgeous. So now Chip is like, drive safe, please be good. And Jennifer's like, oh, you're just jello that you're not invited. You're lime green jello. I don't know if anyone was ever a teenager, but I had never talked like this. Okay, now we see this old bar, tavern, and it's got like a sticker toilet and it's filthy and like only men ever go there and it's just dirty, gross. But that's the sort of town that we're living in. We're in a small American town. But also, excuse me, they are, 16? How are they getting into a tav? And then they order drinks. ¿Qué pasa? Make it make sense. So now there's some dude from high school and he's like, hey, Jennifer. And she's like, fuck off. And now we get a very young Chris Pratt in this. I am less of a fan of Chris Pratt nowadays. Come at me. His name is Roman in this and he's like, Jennifer, you can't be in here. You're underage. And she's like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna cuff me? Because he's like in the police academy. And then she grabs his balls and he's like, nah. Oh my God, it's good. Okay, now we see the band setting up and it's Adam Brody as the lead singer. Oh, the first ever little picture of a boy that I put on my wall was a tiny little thing I cut out of like Total Girl magazine of Adam Brody's face. And I was so nervous because how embarrassing is it when you like a boy as a kid? I don't know. I was a really anxious little kid and I was like, everybody's going to make fun of me because I have Adam Brody's face, tiny little face on my wall. And so now Jennifer's gone up and introduced herself. She's like, hi, I'm Jennifer Check. And this guy's like, hey, I'm someone sexy in eyeliner. Men, wear more eyeliner. Men, wear eyeliner, period. Oh my God. When a man's in eyeliner, hello. Pirate vibe, hello. Emo vibe, hello. It's 2008. Bring it back. Let's go. So now Needy's like sus. She's sus on this. She's like, why are you guys playing out here in the sticks, in the fucking middle of nowhere, in Devil's Kettle? And he's like, you know, we've got to perform for our fans, even out here, even our shitty, gross Darrow fans. And she's like, seems a bit sus, but fine. Oh no, this is good. So Diablo Cody makes it clear that like they are underage because Jennifer's like, I'll go buy you a drink. And the guy's like, cool. But But then Needy's like, how are you even going to get alcohol? Like, they say it. And then Jennifer's like, I'll play Hello Titty with the bartender. What's that? I don't know what that is. So now Adam Brody's character is talking to the other band member, and he's like, hey, she's the one. That girl that just introduced herself to us, Jennifer, she's the one. And the other guy's like, okay, are you sure? She looks too hot to be a virgin. And Adam Brody's like, no. That's what you get out in these small towns. You get these real hot babes who just, like, they never give it up. And Needy is pretty close. She's in earshot, so she can hear what they're saying. And so she walks back over to them and she's like, hey, that's my best friend that you're talking about. And yeah, she is a virgin, even though she's not. But we get there. Man, that was such a big deal in high school, being a virgin. Why? Who cares? Needy's like, come on, those guys are fucked. Like, let's actually go. They think that you're a virgin. And then Jennifer says, I'm not even a backdoor virgin, thanks to Roman. How funny. She's like, I was in so much pain, I couldn't even go to Six Flags the next day. I had to sit on an ice pack. Oh my God. I love this movie. Okay, now they're playing a song. And Adam Brody's just given her, just staring at Jennifer the whole time. And Jennifer's like basically a child. And so she's like, oh my God, it's happening. I'm in love. All alone in an empty room. This song is catchy. So the band played, and sort of at the climax of their song, one of the guitar leads had a spark of electricity, which then made a little flame, and then the curtain went up in flames, and now the whole bar is burning down to the ground. Luckily, Needy and Jennifer got out, but now Jennifer's in this weird trance. So something in that song was a bit weird. So now Jennifer's like fucking crazy. She's cooked. And now Adam Brody's now like, hey, we should probably get out of here. But like, he's acting way too chill for the fucking hellfire that's behind them in the bar. Let's go to my van. And Needy's like, no. And Jennifer's like, yeah. Now, Adam Brody's giving Jennifer alcohol. These are red flags. Teenage girls listening? No. Don't do this. Teenage anyone listening. Bad. Jennifer's like, yeah, we're going to go to the van. But, you know, like, oh God, I just need to talk about this for a sec. Like, the amount of situations that you get yourself into as a teenage girl because you think it will impress boys is ridiculous. I can think of countless times when I put myself in danger in order to look cool for a stupid boy. Anyway, so back to the movie. Jennifer hops in the van with all these freaky deaky middle-aged, they're not middle-aged, they're like 25. Band men. Adam Brody shuts the door in slow motion. A big explosion happens at the bar. And Needy is like, I knew something bad was going to happen when I saw her leaving. Scary. Ugh. And Adam Brody's like, oh well, see ya. And they drive off. Needy is calling Chip to tell him what happened. And she's like, I could smell all the people burning. Also, Jennifer left with the band dudes. So Chip is like, oh, so she'll be fine. Like, she always does this. And now the doorbell has rung at Needy's house. Because Needy got home somehow. How did she get home? Maybe she walked. I don't know. But Needy's home alone because her mum does night shift at the hospital, I'm pretty sure. This is like a nice little suspense moment. Needy's walking down the stairs, but still on the phone to Chip. If I'm home alone, every light is on in the house. So now she's opened the door, nobody there. But who rang the bell? Nobody there. And then in the back, we see a shadow go past. Oh God, it's terrifying. I love horror. Okay, now Needy's like, what the fuck was that I just saw out of the corner of my eye? Still hasn't turned a light on. Also, she's hung up on Chip. Stupid move. Always stay on the phone. Here's another noise in the kitchen. Oh, it's just a tap dripping. Terrifying. Okay, now Needy's just like fixed the tap, turned around, boom, Jennifer's right there, covered in blood, dripping onto the floor. Blood. And Jennifer doesn't say anything. She just smiles really slowly, and her teeth are covered in blood as well. Still looks hot. I'm sorry, Megan, I shouldn't be objectifying you like this, but you look hot as a demon. So now Jennifer's gone over to Needy's fridge and is like looking for something to eat, and she finds a whole chicken and she's eating it. She's fucking she's hangry. Oh, fuck. Then she screams like a full demon, like that. And now she's choking on the chicken. Thank you, Logan. Thank you for the chicken. She vomits this literal black sludge. It's like venom. And now the black sludge is all spiky. And she's just smiling. She's having a great time. And now Needy's touching her arm and Jennifer is cold and she can't feel a pulse. Now Jennifer finally says something as she's feeling up Needy. She says, "Are you scared?" In like this real sexy voice. I'm sorry, I keep objectifying. I can't. Okay. Oh my God, if my best friend came home covered in blood and was like basically dead and then tried to fuck me, I'd be like, ugh, again? No. Now Jennifer disappears. Gone. Gone like the wind. Okay, we're at school and girls in the class are like, oh my God, I heard Jennifer and Needy were at the fucking hell bar last night. Wait a minute. Okay, in Nowra, where I grew up, in high school, Thirsty Merc played at the Shoalhaven Entertainment Centre. And if at that night it burst into flames and people died, I don't think I would have been rocking up to school the next day. I'd be like, yeah, I'm taking that day off. Are you? Huh? Although, would you go to talk about it? Sometimes I'd go to school the next day when shit fucking hit the fan. Needy's just sitting in class, losing her mind. She's basically in a lockdown in her mind. Okay, now Jennifer's just got to class and she is glowing compared to how we last saw her, covered in mucousy blood. So now Jennifer's like, what are you talking about? Because Needy's like, everybody died last night. Are you okay? And she's like, sucks to be them then. And now Needy's just like being gaslit. So Needy has gone up to Chip and is like, something happened. Jennifer was covered in blood and then she barfed up prickly stuff that looked like roadkill and sewing needles mixed together. And then Chip's like, oh, she was probably just really high. And Needy's like, I don't tell lies and I'm not crazy. I know what I fucking saw. Okay, now we meet Colin. Who's this? Oh my God, Colin. He's got the fucking dog tags. He's wearing eyeliner. He's got a lip ring. He's wearing a purple vest with like a tartan button. He's got some chains. Just epitome of emo. And now Chip's a bit like, are you two fucking? And Needy's like, no. Fuck yeah, we got some heavy metal. Yeah. We meet this jock guy. Brad, Schmad? Some guy. And he's upset because his friend Craig died in the fire. And now Jennifer's like, I was there last night. I was the last person to talk to him, like ever. And Brad Schmad is like, whoa. And now she's like being so weird because she's like, you know what Craig actually said to me? He said that you and me would be so banging together. Oh, his name's Jonas, not Brad Schmad. Jonas. She puts his hand on her boobie and is like, feel my heart. It's broken. And Jonas is like, mine too. And so then she's like, come with me. And she takes him into the bush and now they're making out. As they're making out, like rabbits come and a gopher and crows. All the animals come and are watching this little makeout sesh. And Jonas is like, what the fuck? And Jennifer's like, they're actually just waiting. Zips down her top. Hello. And then she rips his shirt, opens his little fly of his pants, starts giving him a handy. Oh, love a handy. Would love a handy from Megan. And as she's given the handy, she's like, do you miss Craig? Now she throws him up against a tree and walks up to him. And as she's walking up, her mouth opens so wide and all these jagged teeth come through and she takes a bite of him. And J.K. Simmons, teacher guy, has found Jonas looking hideous because he's dead on the ground with his intestines just like out. Okay, you've probably seen this scene, maybe a gif of it on Tumblr. Maybe you watch this at night. Maybe this scene puts you to sleep at night. We've got Jennifer Check swimming through the lake naked. I'm sorry to objectify you again, Megan Fox, but here we go. Now she gets out of the lake and she's all wet, but we never see anything. This is enough. It's beautiful. It's like female gaze stuff. Female gay stuff. Jennifer's on the phone to Needy and she's like, I feel so scrumptious, checking herself out in the mirror. Leo Moon, hello. And she is like, we should go out. And Needy's like, you know what? I'm still extremely depressed and traumatized from the people that died last night. And Jennifer's like, you're just moping around. You're being such a fucking little pussy. Chip has called Needy and is like, you should come over. And so then she goes to the other line on her phone talking to Jennifer. and we get the iconic, another probably gif that you've seen is Jennifer with the Zippo lighter on her tongue, and she just burns her tongue and then she sort of licks the air a bit and it gets healed. Okay, now Needy is hanging out with Chip and there's police cars and sirens everywhere. And so Needy's like, why are there cops at your house? And he's like, they're not, they're at Jonas's house. And she's like, why? Is he selling drugs? And Chip's like, no, he was fucking ripped from limb to limb in the woods. Parts of him were eaten. And Needy's like, oh my God, more trauma. But that's how teenagehood feels. If you were a teenage girl, every day they would fucking rip you limb to limb, emotionally, psychologically. So now we get a little montage of like the days marching by. Everybody's sad, everybody's dressed in black and grey, and yet Jennifer is walking through the school in this beautiful pink hoodie with red hearts on it, and she's just loving her life. So now the whole country and the press are like, oh, Devil's Kettle, we are so sad for you. And the theme song for the sadness is the Low Shoulder song. So everything was good for a couple months until back at school and Jennifer looks hideous. Pale skin, no colour in her face. Looks like she got pink eye. Like it's bad. Her hair is scraggly and gross. She's just fugly. So then Needy to Jennifer is like, no offense, but you look really tired. Are you okay? And Jennifer's like, no, I feel like boo-boo. Then Needy's like, are you PMSing? And Jennifer's like, PMS isn't real. It was made by the boy-run media to make us seem crazy. Jennifer says, I think it's just wearing off. Now Colin comes along. Remember Colin, our little emo friend, dog tag boy? And he's like, Jennifer. And Jennifer's like, do you want to know if I'll go out with you? And Colin's like, And Jennifer's like, fine. I'll fucking go out on a date with you. But I think she has other plans for Colin, if you know what I mean. So Colin's like, cool, let's go see Rocky Horror. And Jennifer's like, I don't like boxing movies. I love it. And then Needy's like, that was so random. And Jennifer's like, I'm so used to boys asking me out. Oh man, this bit's interesting. So Jennifer shuts down Colin. She's like, no, I don't want to go on a date with you. You smell funny and you're weird. And Needy's like, well, I think he's really cool. And then Jennifer looks at Needy as if she can see into her brain. She does this full like scan of Needy. Like, you know how when cats are going to jump up somewhere high and they sort of do the maths in their head by like bobbing their head around? She does that. And then she goes, hey, Colin, I will go out with you. I guess it's like a narcissist thing. If like anything that you have, the narcissist wants to take away any potential you have. So like Needy likes Colin, so then Jennifer should take him away from her. So this movie's deeper than what a lot of us think. It's about female friendships and dodgy, scary female friendships. If the female friendship has weak foundations or is full of toxicity. And then Jennifer's like, just come around to mine. Colin's like, sick. So Needy's like, hey, pick up some condoms. Go get some dommies, Chip. And Chip's like, okay, really? And Needy's like, yeah, let's go. They gonna be fucking. And now they're kissing. They're on Chip's bed and they're kissing. I feel like if this is their first time, I had the same playlist on. And so it's sort of flipping between it's Chip and Needy fucking, and then it's Colin having a good time in the car. Colin has just rocked up to Jennifer's house, I say with air quotes, because it's down a street that still has a lot of construction happening. Like a lot of these houses are being built. And so Colin's like, what? But the house that Jennifer sent him to does have a light on in the window. So he goes around the side and he finds like this plastic tarp. It goes through the plastic tarp where like a window should be. And he's like, hello, Jennifer? He hears music from upstairs and it's Akon. I wanna love you, you already know. Know that song? Okay, now we're back with Needy and Chip. He's grabbing the condom. Fuck yeah. Back to Colin. Okay, Jennifer's in the background and she's like, you made it. And he's like, this isn't your house, is it? And Jennifer's like, no, baby, it's our house. Then she kisses him. And then we cut over to Chip and Needy kissing. And Needy says, put it in. And off they go. Okay, now Jennifer looks at Colin and her eyes go all reptile-y. And then Jennifer grabs him and breaks his arm and then throws him onto the ground. And now we've cut back to Chip and Needy just banging. And then Needy looks up at the roof and starts to see like a pool of blood on her roof. And now it drips down onto her face. But then she looks back again and nothing's there. And then she looks over to the chair in her room and there's like a ghostly figure of Jonas. And then Jennifer like perched on top of the chair looking like a little rat demon. And so Needy's like freaking out like, but then Chip smiles because he thinks that he's doing a good job, if you know what I mean. And then we're back on Jennifer and Colin, and Jennifer is ripping the shit out of Colin. Fucking blood spurting everywhere. And so now Needy's like freaking out, and Chip was like, what's wrong? Am I too big? No. You're fine. She's just having a fucking mental breakdown because her best friend is a demon who's eating a boy right now. Jennifer is literally like scooping up blood out of Colin and sort of drinking it like soup. So now Needy is like leaving Chip's house. She's got to get home. She's freaking out. She didn't even get to come. That sucks. So she starts up the car and the Low Shoulder song is on again. So now she's driving through the freaky small town. If you're from a small town and there are no street lights, it is fucking scary. So now she sees this weird animal crossing the road, but then she puts on the brakes. It's Jennifer, covered in blood again. Bitch, take a fucking wet wipe the next time. Does. Jennifer jumps on top of the car and is like, hello, bitch. And so then Needy like drives the fuck away. Needy gets home to go to sleep. Takes her glasses off, hops in bed. No lights on again. No light on. Then she feels something in her bed move. And so she jumps out of her bed, turns on the light. Finally, Jennifer in her bed. I'd be like, what? And then she starts playing with Needy's hair and it's real cute. And Needy's a bit like, what is going on? And then they kiss. Oh yeah, a little bit of bisexual awakening for Lily Hensby in this scene. Oh my god. Watching this in year 10, I was like, wait, we can do that? But it's not done in a way that's like porny or male gazy. It's nice. It looks real nice. And then Needy's like, wait, what the fuck is happening? I fully have a boyfriend. What is happening? And then she's like, wait. I saw you covered in blood. And Jennifer's like, okay, I need to explain some stuff to you. Remember the night of the fire? I got really messed up. Those guys from Low Shoulder, totally evil. We fucking knew that, Jen. Now, bit of trivia. So this aspect of Jennifer's body was actually inspired by a real murder. In 1995, Elise Paler was murdered, and she was this lovely teenage girl. On July 22nd, 1995, Elise left her home to meet with 3 teenage boys and smoke weed with them. Hey, who hasn't done that? Later that evening, the boys held her down and stabbed her. And then they do a lot of other horrible shit to her that I don't really need to talk about. Anyway, it was just horrible. The reasoning of why they did that was because they were sort of doing a ritual in which they would sacrifice Elise to Satan so that their band called Hatred, come on, think of a better name, would be successful. Horrific. So Jennifer, she keeps explaining what happened on the night of the fire. So we get a flashback. We see the van going through the woods, freaky band dudes in the back, Jennifer just sitting there dissociating. We've all dissociated in a group of men. It's fine. She's looking around the van and she sees like occult books and Satan books and freaky deaky witchy shit. And then one of the band guys is like, are you even sure she's a virgin, man? And Jennifer is like, yes, I am. I don't even know how to do sex. So you should probably just find someone who does know how to do sex because I'm going to be terrible at it. So just go find someone else. And they take her over to this tree stump and they tie her up. This scene is really traumatic. One of the band guys is like, I don't know if we should go through with this. And Adam Brody is like, do you want to work at Moose Hoof Coffee forever? I don't. I want to be rich and awesome like that guy from Maroon 5. Adam Brody grabs the ritual, which is just a printout from some website. But I guess Satan wouldn't really care where you got the spell from. He'd just be stoked that you were doing it. So then Adam Brody's like, tonight we are here to sacrifice the body of... And then he takes off Jennifer's mouth restraint and is like, what's your name? She's like, my name is Jennifer. Oh, this bit's good acting. And Jen's just like, please don't. It's really horrific, guys, this scene. But it's good because it establishes what actually happened. And it makes sense that Jennifer would go out and only target boys as her victims because she was hurt by boys. So now he pulls out a massive shiny knife. Adam Brody is lifting the knife. He's going to stab her. And then he stops. Then he's like, wait a minute, I just thought of something. Jenny, you're the girl for me. You don't know me, but you make me so happy. I tried to call you before, but I lost my nerve. I used my imagination, but I was disturbed. Jenny, I got your number. They sing a song at her, which is terrifying. 8675309. 8675309 as they're stabbing her in the belly. Oh, baby. So now old mate throws the Bowie knife into the whirlpool of Devil's Kettle. Remember that little waterfall whirlpool at the beginning? Gone. Knife gone. So that scene is horrific and horrible, and skip over it if you have trauma. Don't put yourself through that shit. So we're back in the bedroom with Needy and Jennifer's like, it's all good. Like, I feel great. I feel fine. Look, whatever happened, but when I woke up, I knew that I wanted to come and find you, my best friend. So Jennifer says, when I'm full, I'm like unkillable. She grabs a pencil and she stabs her arm and cuts her arm open, and then the arm heals itself. But when she's hungry, when she's empty, that's why she looks like shit. Then we see posters up at school of Through the Trees spring formal. So there's going to be a spring formal and the theme is the Low Shoulder song. So then Needy's like, you know what? I'm sus as fuck. I'm going to do some research. And so she goes to the library and she goes to the occult section and finds all of these books about demons. And when I was a little teenager, this bit used to scare me. So now Chip is like, let's go to the dance together. And Needy's like, I can't go to the dance with you. We shouldn't even be going to the dance. So Chip is concerned about Needy. He's like, you're acting really fucked up. I don't know what the fuck is happening. And so Needy's like, fine, I'll tell you. Jennifer is evil. And Chip's like, yeah, a doy. And then Needy's like, no, she's actually evil, possessed, demonic. And so then Needy shows him demonic transfers. This is what happens when you sacrifice a virgin to Satan. If the human sacrifice is impure, the result may still be attained, but the demon will forever reside in front of the victim. She must forever feed on flesh to survive. She's eating boys. The dance will be an all-you-can-eat buffet. Like if Jennifer walked into that dance, she'd just be like... bon appetit, yes, boy blood. There was a moment in high school where I was like, do I want to be possessed by a demon? And then I had to be like, no. But it wasn't a strong no. It's more like the athletic ability that you get with demonic possession that I'd be into. Climbing walls, jumping high, flying. Hello, Satan, call me up. 8675309, that's my number. Little montage of the dance being prepared. People getting dressed, beautiful. Needy looks like it's the 80s. So now Chip's mum has handed him some pepper spray because she's like, there's a sicko who's killing boys. Take this pepper spray. And Chip's like, pfft. I'm a big man. I've been using my Bowflex. I got this, mama. Now Jennifer's getting ready and she's brushing her hair and all her hair is falling out. And I tell you, if that ever happens to me, I'm going to cry my eyes out. My hair is the most precious thing that I have, and when I cut it off in 2019, oh my God, I'm a fucking idiot. I lost everything. So Jennifer's putting makeup on and she looks horrific. Like she's hungry. She needs to eat. And she slaps on this makeup, puts it over her lips like she's just trying to look as hot as she can, even though she is starving. Needy's at the dance, looking around, thinking, where's Jennifer? I need to find Jennifer. I can't find her anywhere. You're not doing much to look for her. You're just waiting by the punch bowl. Now, we see Chip and he's walking through a park at night, and behind him in the distance we can see Jennifer. Then Chip turns around, nobody there. Then he turns back, Jennifer. And then Jennifer's like, look, I need to talk to you about you know who, our little Needy. Because Needy had been acting a bit weird. Then Jennifer to Chip is like, look, she was being weird because she was sad about Colin dying. And Chip's like, why? And Jennifer's like, because they were more than friends. They were porking on a regular basis. And Chip's like, oh no. But he would sort of believe it a bit because he did have a little inkling at the beginning. Remember, they planted that little seed. Thank you, Diablo. At the dance, J.K. Simmons' character is like, we've got a special guest band. Low fucking shoulder are back in Devil's Kettle doing a concert at the dance of the school where the student goes that they sacrificed to the devil so that they could become famous. Fucking assholes. Absolutely rotten to the core. I don't care if you're Adam... No, Adam Brody cannot. I have a problem with evil men. Like last week, Biff being like, yeah, Biff's hot. No, Lily. Adam Brody, he's hot. He killed a woman. You saw it on the film. He killed fucking Megan Fox. How dare he? But it's Adam Brody. No, Lily. It's not Adam Brody. It's a character in a film. Adam Brody wouldn't do that. He's married to Leighton Meester. Can we talk about that for 1 second? How Adam Brody, Seth Cohen from the OC, is married in real life to Leighton Meester, Blair Waldorf from Gossip Girl. Is that not magic? When people are like, the world is so bleak. No, look at what it fucking gave to us. Thank you, universe. Jennifer and Chip are making out in the park. And Needy's like, fuck, intuition. She can feel it. So she leaves the dance. And then we see Jennifer and Chip walking up to this abandoned old pool. Needy's fucking sprinting down the street in her little kitten heels. Jennifer's trying to drown Chip. It's all very dramatic. But remember, it's a horror movie. It's meant to be freaky deaky. And Needy just knows, you know? Needy knows where to go. And I used to be a bit annoyed at this of like, how would she even know? But we're girls, right? We know our best friends. We know where they're going to be. We can tap into our little intuition in our tummies and the little third eye in our brains and know exactly where everything is going to be, how it's going to go. We can find what we're looking for. Smack bam kablam. Needy's in the pool. She's found him. She looks over and it looks like they're kissing, but then Jennifer turns to look at Needy and screams at her with her demon teeth. And it turns out she's not kissing Chip, she's eating his neck, sucking his blood out, kind of like a vampire. Needy jumps in the pool, attacks Jennifer. Then Chip throws his pepper spray to Needy as Jennifer's coming, and Needy sprays it in Jennifer's eyes. And she's like, fuck, that hurt. And then Jennifer decides to vomit that freaky, spiky, I say freaky a lot, that gross, spiky shit onto them. And then she levitates up into the air. And Chip's like, she can fly. And Needy, so good. This is how you take a narcissist down. You just say, it's not even that impressive. Needy, it's pretty impressive because no normal human can just hover. But that's how you take down a narcissist. You just, bring them down to your level and be like, what you're doing isn't even that good. And they'll be like, no, but I am better than you. And you'll be like, nah, but you're not. We're just the same. Oh, they hate it. So now Jennifer's like, I'm better than you because I'm eating your boyfriend. Chip stabs Jennifer right through her with like an old rusty pool cleaning thing. Now Chip is dying. Chip's like, I think was already dead, but I came back to life when I heard your voice. Stop. Don't. Oh, Chipson. Needy's just screaming horrifically. Poor chicken. She's been through hell. Now, we are in Jennifer's room with Jennifer. It's the same scene that we saw at the beginning of the movie. And then smash! Needy jumps through the window and now they're fighting on Jennifer's bed. And Needy's like, best friends forever, huh? You killed my fucking boyfriend, you goddamn monster. Jennifer bites Needy and then Needy pulls out a box cutter and tries to stab Jennifer in the face. And then Needy says, cross out Jennifer, carves an X into her belly. And so then Jennifer levitates up off the bed. And then Needy notices the best friends forever necklace on Jennifer's neck and she pulls it off. And then Jennifer's like, and that's the part of Jennifer that is killed. And then Jennifer drops back onto the bed. She has no control over Needy anymore. Then Needy falls from the heavens as well and stabs Jennifer in the heart with the box cutter. She says, my tit. And then Needy goes, no, your heart. Jennifer is dead. And the light comes on and Jennifer's mum comes in and she's like, what's going on? And then sees what's happening. And Needy like rips out the box cutter from Jennifer's chest. And the mum is just like, oh my God, what the fuck did you do? Because all you would see was your daughter's best friend killing your daughter. And so now Jennifer's mum is holding her and crying because Jennifer's just a teenager. She didn't ask for all this to happen. So now we're back with Needy in this, rehab center. People don't know that if you're bitten by a demon and you live, you sort of absorb the demon's abilities. So now Needy has the ability to float and fly. So she's floating in this torture cube and she floats all the way up to the window and then she kicks it down and she escapes. So now she's walking through the streets and she turns and she sees an orange ball and a Bowie knife. And we, as the audience, know that those were the things that were thrown into the little devil's kettle whirlpool. And so Needy picks up the Bowie knife and looks at it. She knows. Then she hitchhikes and this guy pulls over and he's like, hop in my chariot. And she gets in the car and he's like, where are we going? And she's like, I need to go east because I'm following a rock band. And the guy's like, fuck yeah, it must be a hell of a group. And Needy goes, tonight is their last show. And the guy picked her up on a low shoulder part of the road. That bit I don't care about that bit so much as a plot device. It's a bit shit. Music starts and that's it. The movie's over. And then we see this montage of the band signing boobies and they're in this really fancy hotel walking through, living their life. Their dreams came true because they murdered a woman. Up doing coke in the bathroom. What's up? So now the doorbell's ringing of the hotel room. Do hotel rooms have doorbells? I guess they've got like intercoms. And then we just see blood splatter. Then we see pictures of the band and like forensic photos of their dead bodies. So we can only imagine who was at the door. Surely it wasn't Needy, right? Well, it was. This is as the credits are going to. We see security footage of Needy going through the hotel. So she avenged her friend. Isn't that nice? So yeah, Jennifer's Body. What a film. And if you were a teenage girl or knew a teenage girl, I'm sure it will resonate with you in ways that you didn't think it would. Maybe someone at your school was possessed by a demon and you know this story all too well. What's interesting as well about this movie is that I never get sick of it. I find something new in it every time. That was it for Jennifer's Body. I hope you enjoyed. Megan Fox, we love you. Megan Fox, I don't know how to say your name. Regardless, I apologize for objectifying you the whole time throughout this movie, but fuck man, you are fucking so stunning. Hoi. Johnny Simmons, babe, absolute babe. Amanda, so sick. Love you, bitch. Mamma mia, here we go again. Thank you for joining me. Hope everybody is staying sane and probably see yous at Christmas time. Bye.